Welcome, everyone. Today, I want you to stop whatever you're doing. Sit down. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself this simple question. Am I really living or am I just existing? Everyone wants to travel the world. They want their dream car. They want freedom, money, a peaceful mind, love, respect, happiness, a business they can call their own, a relationship that makes them feel alive, a life that feels worth living. But my question is this: what are you doing today to get all that? What are you doing right now to create the life you always dream about? Are you still scrolling endlessly through social media? Are you still watching random videos and wasting time? Are you still making excuses for why you can't start? Still sleeping late? Still afraid of failure? Still hoping things will magically change? Listen to me carefully. This life is real. This world is real. But your time is limited. You don't get a second life. You don't get a second chance. You are not born again to try again. This is it. This is your life. Right now, today, this moment. In this video, I'm going to tell you something no one told you before. I'm not here to motivate you with fake words. I'm here to give you a mirror so you can see the truth. So you can wake up from the sleep you didn't even know you were in. You want to change your life. You want to speak better English. You want to earn more money. You want to become confident, powerful, successful, unstoppable. Then don't just watch this video. Feel it. Listen with your soul. Listen with pain. Listen like your life depends on it. Because it does. And if you want more videos like this, real talk, not sugar-coated lies, then subscribe to this channel right now. We bring something new and useful every time. We don't just help you improve your English, we help you change your life. So let's begin. Let's learn how not to waste this one precious life you've been given. Lesson 1. Time is your life. Don't kill it. Let me tell you the truth. You are not killing time. Time is killing you. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," every time you spend one more hour scrolling through Instagram, every time you hit snooze on your alarm and go back to sleep, you are not just wasting time. You are destroying pieces of your life because your time is your life. You don't feel it today, but slowly life is moving. Every second is going away. You're getting older. Your energy is going down. Your parents are getting older. Your dreams are waiting. But for how long? Let me ask you, what did you do yesterday? What did you do the day before? And what are you planning to do tomorrow? Still nothing? Still the same? Still waiting for someday? That someday will never come. It's a lie. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your reasons. Only your results matter. Solution. Start valuing your hours like gold. Write down your daily plan. Focus on one thing that will push your life forward. Cut 1 hour of social media every day. Use it to read, learn, or grow. Time is your friend only if you respect it. Otherwise, it becomes your biggest enemy. Lesson 2. Stop blaming and start building. Your life is your responsibility. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not your government. You. Only you. People waste years crying about what they didn't get. I didn't go to a good school. My family doesn't support me. I don't have the money. I don't have time. I don't have talent. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Do you know who wins in life? The person who says, I don't care what I didn't get. I'll create something from nothing. Look around you. The most powerful people in this world, many of them had nothing. No money, no support, no guidance. But they had one thing: hunger, fire, the decision to change everything. Example: think about someone like Oprah Winfrey, born in poverty, abused as a child. Today, a billionaire and one of the most respected people in the world. She didn't sit and cry. She didn't blame. She built. Solution. Accept your story, but don't be a victim. Say this every day: I'm responsible for my life. Write your problems on paper. Then write one solution for each and take action. No matter how small, you are not weak. You are not unlucky. You are just not using your power. Lesson 3. Your comfort zone is a trap. Escape it now. You wake up, check your phone, eat something, watch videos, scroll Instagram, maybe study a little, sleep again, repeat. It feels easy. It feels relaxing. But do you know what's happening? You are dying slowly from the inside. Your comfort zone is killing your dreams silently because there is no growth in comfort. All success lives outside of it. You want to speak fluent English? Then speak. Even if you make 100 mistakes, you want to start a business? Then start even if you fail the first 10 times. But most people never start. Why? Because they're scared to feel uncomfortable. They're afraid of failure, afraid of embarrassment, afraid of people laughing. Let them laugh. Let them doubt you. But you keep moving. Example: imagine a seed. If it stays under the soil, it never becomes a tree. It has to break through the ground, face the sun, face the wind. Only then it becomes something powerful. You're the same. Solution: do something uncomfortable every day. Speak English even if you're scared. Join that class. Apply for that job. Post that video. Fail proudly. Fail loudly. But fail forward, because nothing great ever came from staying safe. Lesson 4. I'll do it later is the biggest lie you're telling yourself. Let me be brutally honest with you. If you are someone who keeps saying, I'll do it later, then understand this truth. You are lying to yourself. And the more you lie, the more you destroy your own life. Quietly, slowly, and permanently. I'll do it later is the voice of laziness. It is the voice of fear. It is the voice of your weaker self trying to trap you. It doesn't mean I will do it later. It actually means I don't want to do it at all. Look around you. The people who win in life are not the ones who say later. They are the ones who say now, right now, this second. They act. Even if they're not ready, even if they're scared, they act because they know later becomes never. You keep saying you want to learn English, then do it now. You keep saying you'll exercise, start a side hustle, read a book, fix your sleep, meditate. And when does that later come? Next week, next month, next year? Time is not your slave. It doesn't wait for you. You don't get a message saying your time is over. It just ends. And you will be left with one thing: regret. The worst pain in this world. Example, you wanted to start that YouTube channel 2 years ago. You didn't. Why? Because of fear. Because you said later. Now someone else is doing it. Someone else has your dream. And you sit there watching their videos thinking that could have been me. Solution: set a timer. 10 minutes. Whatever it is, start it now. Stop overthinking. Tell yourself this: if I don't do it now, I probably never will. And just begin. Not perfect, just begin. One action now is better than 100 perfect plans for later. Lesson 5. Stop thinking. Start doing. Your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy. And for most people today, their mind is their cage. Why? Because they think too much and do nothing. You want to start a business. You think about it for months. You want to speak in English. You think about speaking, watch videos, take notes, but never speak. You want to go to the gym. You plan the routine, buy the clothes, download the app, but never actually go. Overthinking is destroying your life. You think so much that you become tired before even starting. You imagine the failure before even trying. You write the story of defeat before even playing the game. And that's why you stay stuck. Thinking is important, but only for a short time. After that, it becomes fear, and fear is a liar. You don't need to know everything to begin. You just need to begin. You want to improve your English. Don't just watch motivational videos. Start speaking, start writing, start listening every day. Speak in front of the mirror. Record your voice. Make mistakes. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect English. You just need to do. Example, imagine a guy who wants to learn swimming. He reads books on swimming, watches 50 videos, buys the best swimsuit, and talks to swimmers, but never jumps into the water. Will he ever learn? No. You're doing the same with your dreams. Solution: think for 10 minutes, then act for the next 10 hours. Build momentum. Let action become your habit. Shut down your mind and let your hands move. Let your legs move. Let your life move. Because success doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. Lesson 6. Be that guy. Not the lazy one. Not the one who complains. Not the one who always gives up. Be the guy who does what others don't. Be the guy who wakes up early when others are sleeping. Who studies when others are partying. Who speaks when others are scared. Who believes when others laugh. Who keeps going when others quit. Be the guy who inspires without saying a word. Not everyone will believe in you. That's okay. Not everyone will support you. That's okay. You support you. You believe in you. People will doubt you. They will say you've changed. Let them. You're not here to stay the same. You're here to grow, to evolve, to become the man who doesn't need validation because his success speaks for him. In every family, in every group of friends, there's always that one person who becomes something big. The one who proves everyone wrong. Why not you? Why do you think success belongs to someone else? Why not you? Be that guy. Solution. Every morning ask yourself, what would a disciplined man do today? Then do that. Dress like success. Talk like success. Walk like success. Don't tell people your plans. Show them results. Be that guy who people talk about years later because you changed everything. Lesson 7. You versus you. Your biggest enemy is not outside. It's not your friend, not your family, not your job, not your phone. It's you. It's the part of you that tells you to quit. The part that says, I'm tired. The part that says, it's okay to be average. The part that says, let's just relax. That version of you is the enemy. And you have to fight him every single day, you versus you. That is the real battle. The lazy you versus the ambitious you. The scared you versus the brave you. The sleepy you versus the hungry you. The version of you that wants to stay safe versus the version of you that wants to change the world. Every day you wake up with a choice. Who will win today? Will it be the guy who scrolls for 3 hours? Or the guy who reads 10 pages of a book? Will it be the guy who sleeps at 2 a.m. watching useless videos? Or the guy who builds his business and future? No one can answer that but you. Imagine 2 wolves inside you. One is lazy, negative, full of doubt. The other is strong, confident, hungry. Do you know which one grows stronger? The one you feed. Solution. Kill your lazy habits. Track your day. Every time you choose growth, write it down. Every time you win against the weak version of you, celebrate it. Slowly, your identity will change. This is not a game. This is war, and it's you versus you. Lesson 8. Work on your willpower. If you don't train your willpower, your feelings will control your life. And let me tell you something. Feelings are liars. You don't feel like waking up early. You don't feel like working out. You don't feel like studying English today. You don't feel like chasing your dreams. Then congratulations. You've just handed your entire future to your mood. Let me ask you something real. Do you want to build a strong life? Or do you want to follow your feelings like a little child? Willpower means doing the right thing even when you don't feel like doing it. Even when your body says no, you stand up and say yes. Even when your mind screams, I can't. Your soul whispers, watch me. People who succeed in life aren't the ones who are always motivated. They're the ones who are disciplined, who show up even when they're tired, broke, heartbroken, scared, or defeated because they have something you don't have yet. Willpower. And the truth is, willpower is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Let's say you want to stop using your phone after 10 p.m. At first, you'll fail. You'll open it. You'll scroll. But if you keep trying every night, turning it off, putting it in another room, writing your goal down, you will build that power. Soon you'll become the guy who controls his habits, not the guy controlled by them. Solution. Start small. Choose one thing you don't want to do and do it anyway. Build daily discipline. Reward yourself for completing it, not for avoiding pain. Speak to yourself like a leader. I don't break promises to myself. Because the day you master your willpower is the day you take control of your life. Lesson 9. Comparison is killing you. Let me say this clearly. If you keep comparing yourself to others, you will never be happy. Never. Do you know why most people hate their lives? Because they spend more time watching other people's lives than building their own. You go on Instagram, you see someone with a better body, a better car, a better house. You see someone speaking better English, getting more views, more likes, more money, and you start hating yourself. You start thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be like them? Why is their life perfect and mine a mess? But here's the truth. You are comparing your behind the scenes with their highlight reel. You see 15 seconds of their life and compare it with your 24 hours. You don't see their breakdowns, their pain, their loneliness, their failures. You don't see the 100 nights they cried or the 1,000 times they fell. And still, you let comparison destroy your confidence. Let me tell you something raw. The fastest way to kill your progress is to compare it with someone else's success. You have your own path, your own time, your own struggles, your own destiny. If a sunflower and a rose start comparing their heights and colors, they'll both forget how beautiful they are. Stop looking left and right. Look straight. Your race is with yourself. Solution: unfollow people who make you feel like you're not enough. Focus on your journey. Track your growth from last month, not someone else's today. Replace comparison with inspiration. Learn from them, but don't hate yourself, because you were never born to be like them. You were born to be better than who you were yesterday. Lesson 10. Don't take advice from those who haven't done it. Not everyone giving advice is qualified to speak. If you want to build a house, you don't ask the man who lives under a broken roof. If you want to learn how to get rich, don't ask your broke friend. If you want to speak fluent English, don't ask the one who's scared to open his mouth. Ask the one who has done it, who has lived it, who has failed, and then won. The internet is full of people talking, but most of them are just noise. Words with no experience, opinions with no pain. Don't let these people confuse your journey. You are the driver of your life. Don't take directions from someone who's never driven. For example, your uncle says, "Don't start a business, it's risky." But has he ever started one? No. He's worked a 9 to 5 his whole life. So why would you listen to someone who has never walked the path? Solution: ask yourself, has this person achieved what I want? If yes, listen carefully. If not, thank them and move on. Don't be rude, but don't be stupid either. Protect your vision, because one wrong piece of advice from the wrong person can delay your dream by 10 years. Lesson 11. Pick yourself. This world won't pick you. They won't clap for you until it's too late. They won't believe in you until you've already made it. They won't support you when you need them the most. So, what should you do? Pick yourself. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to say, "You're good enough." Stop waiting for a phone call, a message, a chance, a stage, a partner, a lucky break. Pick yourself, because you are not here to be chosen. You are here to create, to lead, to win. The most successful people in the world, they didn't wait. They started. They didn't beg for approval. They approved themselves. J.K. Rowling got rejected 12 times before Harry Potter was published. What if she waited for someone to believe in her? She picked herself, and the world followed. Solution: write your own name on the opportunity. Start that YouTube channel. Start that book. Start that podcast. Apply even if you don't feel ready. Tell yourself, I don't need anyone to pick me. I pick myself every single day. Because the world can't ignore someone who believes in themselves so hard. It becomes impossible not to notice. Lesson 12. No risk, no story. You want a story worth telling? Then understand this truth. You don't get greatness without risk. No successful life is built in the comfort zone. No powerful man became powerful by playing it safe. You will never build a legendary life by acting like everyone else. Every person you admire, every champion, every billionaire, every inspiration, they all had to risk something. Their money, their time, their comfort, their safety, their peace. And many times they risk their heart. But guess what? Without risk, your life becomes quiet, silent, predictable, safe, and empty. Because at the end of your life, no one will remember how safe you played it. They'll remember what you created, what you dared, what you built. Example, you're scared to start speaking English in front of people because they might laugh. So, you never speak, and years go by and you still don't speak. But what if you spoke up once and changed your life? What if one moment of courage could give you 10 years of reward? Solution. Take one risk today. Talk, apply, post, build, message. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Then ask yourself, what if it actually works? Because without risk, there is no adventure, no fire, no growth, no story. So stop hiding. Be the one who dared. Be the one who jumped. Be the one with the scars, not the one with regrets. 13. The clock is ticking and it doesn't care if you're not ready. Let me say it loud and clear. Time isn't waiting for you. The clock isn't slowing down because you're tired. It's not stopping because you're confused or scared or waiting for the right moment. Life is running. Every second that slips from your hand is a second you'll never get back. And the worst part, you won't even realize how much time you've lost until one day you wake up 10 years older, standing in front of the mirror with tears in your eyes, asking, what the hell happened to my dreams? You're not too young. You're not too old. You're not too busy. You're just making excuses. Let me ask you something. When are you finally going to stop watching others win and start creating your own life? Are you going to let your dreams rot inside your mind until they die in silence? Or are you going to stand up, face the mirror, and say, no more time wasting. I'm going to become the person I was born to be. Do you know what's scarier than failure? Regret. That pain will stay in your chest like a sharp knife forever. So listen to me carefully. Stop acting like you have forever. You don't. The clock is ticking and your time is now. 14. Nobody cares. And that's your greatest power. This might hit you hard, but you need to hear it. Nobody cares about your problems. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody feels your pain the way you do. You're waiting for sympathy. Forget it. People are too busy fighting their own battles. They'll listen to you for a few seconds, nod their heads, and move on. That's the truth. But here's the twist. That truth is your power. Because if nobody cares, then you are free to do whatever the hell you want. You are free to fail, to try again, to look stupid, to fall and rise again. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. You only need one thing, yourself. You want to cry? Cry. But don't sit there. Wipe your tears, clench your fists, and rise like a warrior. Use that pain. Convert it into purpose. Take that loneliness and turn it into power. Nobody cares, but you care. And that's what matters. So build your life like nobody's watching. Because guess what? They're not 15. Why not now? People always say, I'll start from next week, next month, next year. But let me ask you something. What's going to change between now and then? Will you suddenly become more motivated? Will life become easier? Will fear disappear? No. The truth is, if you can't start now, you probably won't start ever. You keep waiting for the perfect time. But let me tell you, there is no perfect time. Life is always messy. Your mind will always find a reason to delay. But every second you wait, your dreams fade just a little bit more. Imagine your goals slowly turning into dust, just because you were waiting. The world doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. Time doesn't wait. So why are you? You want to start your fitness journey? Start now. You want to learn English? Start now. You want to change your life? Start now. Not next Monday, not next New Year. Now, because if you can take one small step right now, just one, that could be the beginning of a whole new life. So tell me, why not now? Give me one solid reason and you won't find any. Start now. 16. If you don't like your life, create a new version. Look around. Is this the life you wanted? Are you waking up with fire in your chest? Or are you dragging your feet every day pretending to be happy while dying inside? Be honest. You hate your routine, your job, your habits, your energy, but you're still doing the same thing every day and expecting it to change. That's insanity. Here's the truth. You are the creator of your life. You're not a tree. You're not stuck. You can move. You can evolve. You can rebuild. If the life you're living feels fake, then burn it to the ground and start again. Change your hair. Change your habits. Change your friends. Change your environment. Change the way you think. Stop copying what everyone else is doing and start building your version of life. You don't need to wait for a breakdown. You don't need to wait for rock bottom. You just need to decide right now. You are not a victim. You are an artist. Life is your canvas. Create your new version. Make it powerful. Make it beautiful. Make it unforgettable. 17. Expectations. The prison of dreams. Let me tell you about my friend Nick. He's one of the smartest people I know. Good in studies, good in speaking, always had big dreams. But guess what? He's stuck in a 9-to-5 job he hates. He wakes up tired, goes to bed frustrated. Every day feels like a copy of the last one. He told me, "Bro, this isn't what I wanted." I asked him, "Then why are you doing it?" And he said, "Because it's what my family expects. Because society expects it. Because people will laugh if I leave." Let me say it straight. Expectations will kill your spirit. People will put a box around your life and say, "Stay here. Don't dream too big. Don't try something new. Be safe." But here's the truth. Their expectations are not your destiny. If you live your life just to make others happy, You'll end up hating yourself. You'll smile in public and cry in your room. You'll feel like a prisoner inside your own body. Is that the life you want? You are not born to fulfill someone else's dream. You are born to chase your dream. And sometimes that means disappointing others. Sometimes that means saying no. Sometimes that means walking alone. So break the chains, drop the mask, stop living for others and start living for you. This is your life, not your parents', not your relatives', not society's. Yours, 18. Your pain is your power. Only if you stop hiding it. You've been through things. Maybe you never told anyone. Maybe you cry in silence. Maybe people don't know how much you suffer inside your mind. Maybe you were betrayed. Maybe you failed. Maybe they laughed at you, rejected you, ignored you. And now you walk around with this heavy heart, pretending everything is okay. But it's not. You know it. I know it. Let me tell you something. That pain inside you, it can destroy you or it can build you. You decide. You see, most people run from pain. They avoid it. They avoid it. They hide it under fake smiles and distractions. But the strongest people in the world, they use it. They take that pain and use it as fuel. They say, you know what? That suffering made me tougher. That heartbreak taught me self-respect. That failure taught me to grow. Don't be ashamed of your pain. Be proud of it. You survived. You're still breathing. That means you're stronger than whatever tried to break you. Turn your pain into art, into discipline, into motivation, into a voice that tells you, I will never let anyone make me feel like I'm nothing ever again. You're not broken. You're just being rebuilt into something powerful. Remember this. The darkest nights produce the brightest stars. Let the pain sharpen you, not silence you. 19. Starve your distractions. Feed your focus. Right now, there are two wolves living inside your mind. One is called distraction. The other is called focus. The one who wins is the one you feed more. Every time you scroll for hours on your phone, gossip, overthink, binge watch for no reason, you're feeding the distraction. And the more you feed it, the weaker your dreams become. Your brain becomes lazy. Your motivation fades. You start believing lies like, I'll do it tomorrow or it's too late now. But let me ask you something. How long will you keep betraying your own future just for a little comfort today? You want success? You want to become someone your younger self can be proud of? Then starve those distractions. Turn your phone off. Cut toxic people out. Say no to every useless invitation. Set boundaries like a warrior. And then sit down and feed your focus. Read, work, learn. Building fail, try again. Focus is not natural. It's trained like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Imagine this. If you give your full focus for just 1 year, 365 days of pure effort, your life will look nothing like it does today. That's not magic. That's mathematics. That's discipline. That's real. Starve the wolf that destroys you. Feed the one that builds you. That's how you win. 20. Life doesn't owe you anything, so fight for everything. Let me say it in the rawest, harshest way possible. The world doesn't care about your potential. It only rewards your performance. You might be a good person. You might have a big heart. You might have dreams. But if you're not working, if you're not showing up, if you're not proving your worth, life will ignore you. That's the truth. You want success. Nobody's going to hand it to you. There's no fairy coming, no genie, no perfect timing. It's all on you. You've got to stop crying for help and start fighting like hell. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you and start becoming someone you believe in. That hunger, that fire, that rage to rise, it has to come from inside. Nobody is going to feel it for you. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, you'll have to suffer more than others. Yes, some people are more privileged. But so what? Are you just going to sit there and complain? Or are you going to stand up and say, I don't care how hard it gets, I will make it happen? This life is not a gift. It's a battlefield. You're either fighting or you're dying slowly. So wake up every day with this mindset. Life doesn't owe me a damn thing, but I will still take everything I deserve. I'll work harder, I'll suffer more. I'll show up earlier. I'll keep going when everyone quits. And one day when they ask me, how did you do it? I'll smile and say, I stopped expecting life to be easy and I started demanding more from myself. You want a crown? Then earn it with blood, sweat, and obsession. That's the price. Pay it. Now listen to me. Maybe you're watching this right now and deep inside you're struggling. Maybe it's not just one thing. Maybe everything feels heavy. Your money is low. Your mind is tired. Your health is not okay. Your relationships are falling apart and you're just trying to survive. Maybe nobody knows how much you're hurting. Maybe you're pretending to smile outside but crying every night inside your heart. Maybe you feel like you failed, like nothing is working. You're thinking, when will things get better? Let me say this to you as your big brother, as someone who's walked through fire and seen others rise from their ashes. Everything will be okay. I'm not saying that to give you fake hope. I'm saying that because I've seen it. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. It may be a long tunnel. It may be dark. It may feel endless. But there is light. You just can't stop walking. No matter how broken you feel, no matter how long it takes, you are not finished yet. There's more to your story, more to your future, more inside you than you've ever imagined. Your worst days are not the end. They are the beginning of a stronger, smarter, more powerful version of you. And I want you to hear me now. If you don't have a dream, find one. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a dream that makes you feel alive, a reason to wake up, something to fight for. Once you have that dream, protect it, chase it, build it with your bare hands, learn every day, grow every day, work hard even when nobody claps for you. Be obsessed with knowledge, with discipline, with your mission. Don't waste time thinking about what's wrong with the world. Focus on what's right inside you. And never forget this. You have no idea what you're capable of. You think you're weak. You're not. You think you're behind. You're just warming up. You think it's too late. It's not. You think nobody believes in you. I believe in you. You're powerful beyond your imagination. You are not just a human being. You are a storm waiting to rise. And when you finally do, the world will watch you in shock and say, "Where did this person come from?" And you'll say, "I came from the fire. I came from pain. I came from rock bottom, and I made it." So now pick up your heart, fix your posture, clean your tears, and start walking again. Because your future is waiting, your greatness is waiting, your dream is waiting, and it's time to go get it. Lesson 12. The power of not reacting. I want to tell you something honestly. This is not the kind of video where I say, "Here are 5 tips to improve your life," and then disappear. This is not about motivation for 10 minutes and then nothing changes. This is something bigger, something more real. Because what we're talking about today is the difference between a peaceful life and a painful one. We live in a world where everyone wants a reaction. They insult you because they want to control you. They ignore you because they want to break you. They spread lies just to see you fall apart. And most people, they react instantly, emotionally, loudly. They lose their peace. They lose their control. They lose their power. And the sad truth is, most people don't even realize how much of their life they are destroying with their own reactions. That one argument that ruined a friendship. That one text message that ended a relationship. That one moment of anger that changed everything. So today I'm asking you to slow down and listen, because if you truly understand what I'm about to share, you will become the kind of person who doesn't just survive. You will become the kind of person who becomes untouchable, calm, strong, focused, peaceful. Not because the world is easy, but because you no longer let the world control your mind. This video is not just for people who want to be successful. This is for people who are tired of being broken by emotions. This is for the people who are ready to finally take their power back. And I promise you this, if you stay with me till the end, you will understand a kind of strength most people never learn in their entire life. This video is not just motivation. It also builds powerful English. Every word is simple. Every sentence teaches strength and clarity. It's not just about speaking better. It's about thinking better. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Reacting means they control you. When someone can press a button and make you angry, when someone can say one sentence and your whole mood changes, when you allow their insult, their silence, their opinion to shake you, you are no longer in control of your life. You're being controlled like a puppet, and the strings are your emotions. People think that reacting quickly means they're strong. But reacting fast doesn't mean you're powerful. It means you're easy to manipulate. Every time you react without thinking, you give away something precious, your peace, your energy, your power. Now think about this. How many moments in your life were destroyed because you reacted too fast? How many times did you scream at someone you loved and then regret it later? How many times did you reply to a message in anger and then wish you could unend it? This is what emotional slavery looks like. You may not be wearing chains on your hands, but your emotions are being controlled by the world around you. And the worst part, you don't even realize it. For example, there was once a young man working in an office. He worked hard, stayed late, followed every rule. But one day during a team meeting, his manager criticized him in front of everyone. It wasn't fair. It wasn't true. And in that moment, he exploded. He shouted. He argued. He defended himself. Everyone went silent. The room became tense. Later, the manager calmly walked away. And this young man, he became known as the emotional guy, not the hard-working one, not the intelligent one. His one reaction destroyed the image he built for years. He didn't win, he lost, because he let someone else control how he responded. The solution? The 5-second rule that changes everything. Here's what strong people do. They pause. Next time someone disrespects you, next time someone lies, yells, ignores, or insults you, don't speak, don't move, don't react. Just breathe. Inhale. Exhale for 5 seconds. And in those 5 seconds, you take back the one thing nobody else should ever have: your control. Because when you pause, something magical happens. The emotion starts to fade. The fire starts to calm, and your brain starts to think instead of burn. You can still respond if needed, but now your words will be strong, not stupid. Your actions will be wise, not emotional. This habit, this one pause will change your entire life. In relationships, in business, in fights, in family drama, in everything. Because when you don't react, you're not weak, you're powerful, you're untouchable, you're free. Part 2. Most reactions become regrets. There are moments in life we wish we could go back and erase. One message, one word, one shout, one decision made in anger, made in fear, made without thinking. And those are the moments we carry for years. You don't carry the insult they gave you. You carry the way you reacted. You don't carry the failure. You carry the way you broke down when it happened. You don't carry the problem. You carry your emotional reaction to it. People think that reacting quickly means you're real or honest. But in truth, fast reactions come from pain, not power. Reacting is what you do when you're trying to survive, not when you're trying to grow. We scream when we feel small. We blame when we feel weak. We fight when we feel hurt. But once the moment is gone, what's left? Guilt, shame, regret. We start to realize, I should have stayed quiet. I should have taken a moment. I should have let it go. But by then, it's too late. Because reactions once made can't be deleted. Words don't go away. Actions don't disappear, and people don't forget. Think about it. How many people have you pushed away because you reacted too fast? How many arguments could have been avoided? How many relationships could have been saved? How many peaceful days did you ruin just because you allowed a bad moment to control you? And here's the most painful truth. Sometimes you don't realize what you lost until it's too late to fix it. There was a woman who loved her younger sister deeply. They were close, like best friends. But one day during a family gathering, the sister made a sarcastic comment about something sensitive, something that touched an old wound. In that moment, the woman exploded. She shouted in front of everyone. She said words she couldn't take back, words that weren't even true, just full of old pain and buried emotions. The family stood in silence. The sister left. Days passed, weeks passed, but the relationship never returned. Years later, That woman often looked at a photo of the two of them and cried, not because of what her sister said, but because of how she reacted. One moment, one reaction, a lifetime of regret. The solution: train yourself to respond, not react. This is a mindset, a muscle, a daily discipline. When something painful happens, you must practice this one sentence in your mind. This emotion is real, but this reaction is a choice. Yes, you feel hurt. Yes, it's unfair. Yes, you want to scream, but don't. Instead, pause. Close your mouth. Still your body. Let the emotion rise, but don't move. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel the anger, the sadness, the fear, but only in silence. Name it. Ask, am I reacting to the moment or to something old that still lives in me? Wait 10 minutes or 1 hour or even a day. Then and only then respond with truth, with calm, with power. This one habit can save relationships. It can save your peace. It can save your future because reacting might feel strong in the moment. But peace is stronger, and peace never creates regret. Part 3. Silence is a superpower. The world loves noise. People are constantly talking, arguing, explaining, justifying, trying to prove they're right, trying to win, trying to look strong. But here's a truth you won't hear in most videos. The strongest people are not the loudest ones. They're the quiet ones who don't need to speak to prove anything. You see, silence is misunderstood. People think silence is weakness, that if you're quiet, you're scared, that if you walk away, you're afraid. But the truth is the opposite. It takes more strength to stay calm than to shout. It takes more wisdom to walk away than to argue. It takes more power to say nothing. When everything in you wants to fight, silence is control. Silence is focus. Silence is dignity. Because when you stay silent, people don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what your next move is. They don't know if they've hurt you or if you've already won. And that mystery is power. Example: there was a man who was publicly humiliated on social media by his former friend. Fake stories, twisted screenshots, pure character assassination. Everyone expected him to fight back. Everyone waited for him to post his side, to go live, to reply. But he didn't. He said nothing. People called him weak, coward, guilty. But he stayed silent. 6 months later, the truth came out. The friend who lied was exposed by someone else. The man's silence was now seen as dignity, class, strength. Because while others were screaming, he was winning quietly. The solution: use silence as a weapon, not a weakness. You don't need to respond to every insult. You don't need to explain yourself to people who already made up their minds. You don't need to post, message, defend, or fight for your dignity. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing. Let your silence speak louder than your words ever could. Here's how to use silence as power in conflict. Say, "I understand," and walk away. Don't argue. Let their own words burn them. In drama, don't join the noise. Step back. Let the truth rise by itself. In disrespect, don't shout. Don't cry. Don't explain. Look them in the eyes and say nothing. People will notice. And when they do, you win. not by reacting, but by rising above. Part 4. Not everything deserves your energy. One of the greatest mistakes you can make in life is trying to fight every battle, defend yourself in every argument, prove your worth to every critic, respond to every message, every insult, every misunderstanding. It sounds brave, but in reality, it's how you destroy your energy, your peace, your focus, and your future. Because here's what you must understand. Not everything is worth your time. Not everyone deserves a reaction from you. Not every problem needs your emotional investment. You have limited energy in a day, and every time you give it to the wrong person, you have less left for the right things. You give your energy to gossip. You lose energy for your goals. You give your energy to hate. You lose energy for love. You give your energy to what drains you and then wonder why you feel empty. Some people want your reaction not because they care about you, but because it feeds their ego to see you disturbed, broken, triggered. They don't want peace. They want drama. And if you keep stepping into their world, you will never build your own. For example, there was a college student, bright, disciplined, focused. She used to stay up late, study hard, and dream big. But one day, someone spread lies about her, said she cheated on a test. Her name was whispered. People started looking at her differently. Some stopped talking to her. She was angry. She wrote long posts online, tried to explain herself to everyone. She cried at night, wondering why nobody believed her truth. Weeks passed. She lost focus. She stopped studying. She stopped dreaming. She became bitter. All because she gave her energy to something she should have walked away from. She could have said nothing. She could have let her actions speak. But she gave away her energy to people who never deserved it. Years later, she said something heartbreaking. I didn't lose because of what they said. I lost because I tried to fix what didn't matter. The solution? Learn to protect your energy like it's gold. Here's what you must do. Create a list in your mind. What deserves my energy today? If it's not on that list, walk away from it. Don't fight small battles. You're not here to win arguments. You're here to win your life. Stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. If they already judged you, your words won't change anything. Respond only where growth is possible. If the conversation won't help you rise, it's a trap. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. You don't have to show up for every fight you're invited to because peace is not found in winning every battle. Peace is found in knowing which battles are not worth fighting at all. Part 5. The one who stays calm wins. The world respects people who stay calm when everything is falling apart. Calm people are trusted. Calm people are respected. Calm people make better decisions, build better relationships, and live stronger lives. Why? Because when you stay calm, you keep your power. When you stay calm, you see clearly. When you stay calm, you become the leader in every room, even if you say nothing. Most people live like storms. They shout, panic, cry, blame, react, lose control, and wonder why nothing works. But the person who stays calm, they become the storm's opposite, the stillness that scares it away. Calmness doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you have learned to hold pain with strength, not with panic. Example, there was once a man on a crowded train. Suddenly, another man entered the compartment. Drunk, angry, pushing people, shouting, wild. Everyone became tense. Some shouted back, some moved away, some started recording. But one old man remained still, calm, unshaken. The angry man approached him, ready to fight. The old man looked him in the eyes and said calmly, "Whatever happened to you today? I'm sorry it brought you this far." The drunk man stopped. His fists fell. His eyes softened. He sat down and cried. The entire train was silent because one calm man changed the energy of the entire room. He didn't react. He didn't fight. He understood something others didn't. This is not about me. That's what calm people know, that not every storm outside has to become a storm inside. The solution: build the discipline of calmness. Calmness is not natural. You have to train for it like a warrior trains for battle. Here's how. Breathe deeply often. Breathing isn't just a habit. It's a weapon. When your body is calm, your mind listens. Observe before speaking. Let people show who they are. Let situations unfold. Then respond with strategy, not emotion. Detach emotionally before you act. Ask yourself, am I acting from truth or from pain? If it's pain, wait. If it's truth, proceed. Practice calmness in small things: spilled coffee, delayed train, a rude message. These are your training sessions. The more you practice calmness in small storms, the more ready you'll be when life throws the big ones. Remember, anyone can scream, anyone can cry, anyone can panic. But the one who can sit in the fire and still see clearly, still speak gently, still move wisely, that person wins, because life always follows the calm mind, not the loud one. Part 6. Reaction is habit. Response is power. Most people don't realize this. They're not reacting because they're angry. They're reacting because they've always reacted. Reacting has become their habit. It's automatic. It's emotional. It's not a choice anymore. And when something becomes a habit, you stop questioning it. You just do it. Someone disrespects you, you fight back. Someone ignores you, you cry. Someone cuts you in traffic, you scream. You don't stop to ask, do I need to react to this? You just react, because that's what you've always done. But here's the powerful truth. Reaction is automatic. Response is intentional. And only one of them leads to peace, success, respect, and power. Let's understand the difference. A reaction is fast, emotional, uncontrolled. It comes from a wounded place inside you. A response is calm, clear, conscious. It comes from a powerful place inside you. The person who reacts is like a volcano, loud, wild, destructive. But the person who responds is like the ocean, deep, steady, untouchable. You must ask yourself today, are you reacting like a machine? Or are you responding like a master? Because those who respond rule their life. Those who react are ruled by their emotions. Example, there was once a young man who worked as a waiter in a busy restaurant. He was kind, focused, and always respectful. One evening, a rich customer walked in. Rude, entitled, He clicked his fingers, snapped orders, and finally, when his food was delayed, shouted across the room, "Are you deaf, stupid, or just lazy?" The entire restaurant froze. Everyone expected the young man to fight back, to react, to defend himself, but he didn't. He looked at the man, smiled, and said with calm, steady eyes, "Sir, I'm doing my best. If that's not enough for you today, I understand. But I'll continue to serve you with respect because that's who I am." The room went silent. The customer, who came in looking like power, now looked small. The waiter, who seemed powerless, now stood tall. The manager watched the whole thing and offered the young man a promotion that same night. Why? Because he had learned what most never do. Reaction is instinct. Response is wisdom. The deep reason we react. We react when we are unaware of our wounds. If you were always ignored as a child, you'll overreact to being ignored now. If you were once humiliated, you'll overreact to any small disrespect. If you were once abandoned, you'll overreact to distance in a relationship. And so reacting isn't about the person in front of you. It's about the pain inside you that was never healed. And until you understand that, you'll keep reacting to things that don't deserve your pain. You'll keep giving your peace to situations that don't deserve your attention. The solution? Turn reaction into awareness, then into response. You can break the habit. You can reprogram your mind. Here's how. Pause before everything. Even if it's just one breath, take it. Break the automatic chain. That one breath creates space, and space is where power lives. Ask yourself one question. Is this about now or about something old? Many times the emotion you're feeling is not about the present moment. It's a memory, a wound, a trigger. Awareness is how you take control back. Respond with truth, not emotion. Truth is strong, emotion is unstable. Speak only when your truth is clear and your heart is calm. Practice response daily, even in small things. Train yourself when you're cut off in traffic. Train yourself when your friend forgets to text back. Train yourself when life feels unfair. Each moment is practice. Each breath is a chance to become stronger. The world doesn't need more reactors. It needs more responders. Because the people who stay calm, the people who choose awareness over anger, the people who think before they speak and feel before they act, those are the ones who rise. Those are the ones who lead. Those are the ones who are remembered not for their noise, but for their grace. And now the question is yours. Will you keep reacting from the pain of your past, or will you start responding from the strength of your future? Lesson 7. If you want peace, let go of ego. There's a reason people suffer so much in silence. It's not always because of pain. It's not always because of fear. It's not even because of others. Most of the time, it's because of ego. That silent, invisible voice inside that says they should have treated me better. I need to prove I was right. I deserve more respect. They don't see my value. And that hurts me. I can't let them win. And so you react. You respond. You fight. You explain. Not because it's necessary, but because your ego is burning for attention. But what you don't realize is ego is not your power. Ego is your prison. It's the reason you stay stuck, angry, bitter, unfree. The ego wants to be seen, loved, admired, respected, and praised all the time. But when the world doesn't give you those things, and it won't, the ego panics. And when the ego panics, you react. You shout in the middle of an argument because your ego says they can't talk to me like that. You reply to a hate comment because your ego says they don't know who I am. You explain your side in every fight because your ego says I must defend myself. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You don't need to defend what's already real. You don't need to prove what already exists, and you don't need to be loud to be right. The moment you drop the ego, you rise because the ego lives in pain, but your soul lives in peace. Example: there was a man who spent years working for a company. He gave everything, his time, his health, his loyalty. But one day, without warning, the company replaced him. No apology, no gratitude, nothing. He was filled with rage. His ego screamed, "How could they do this to me? Don't they know who I am? I gave them everything." He wanted to go public, to expose the company, to take revenge. But before doing anything, he spoke to his grandmother, a woman who had lived through wars, betrayals, poverty, and still carried peace in her eyes. She said, "My child, listen to me carefully. You don't heal by proving others wrong. You heal by proving to yourself that their actions will not control your future." Those words changed him forever. He didn't fight. He didn't attack. He walked away in silence, with dignity, with clarity. 6 months later, he started his own company quietly, consistently. Years later, he was more successful than the very people who had betrayed him because he let go of ego and held on to peace. Why ego makes you react? Because ego is loud. It can't accept disrespect. It can't tolerate rejection. It can't survive silence. And so every time someone challenges your worth, every time someone forgets your value, every time someone walks away without explanation, your ego explodes. But here's the danger. Ego wants revenge. Your soul wants freedom. And if you keep choosing ego, you'll keep losing peace. You'll react to every comment. You'll argue with every fool. You'll destroy relationships just to win temporary wars. But when the war ends, you'll be alone with your ego and without your peace. The solution: kill ego. Choose peace every single time. This is the most important part. You can't master your emotions if you don't confront your ego. Catch the voice. The moment you feel the urge to prove, fight, attack, or explain, pause. Ask, is this my soul speaking or my ego screaming? Let people be wrong about you. It's hard, but it's powerful. Not everyone deserves access to your truth. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. You don't owe everyone a version of yourself that makes them comfortable. Stop fighting to be right. The need to be right is often the reason we stay stuck in the wrong energy. Ask yourself what's more important, being right or being at peace. Choose silence where ego wants to scream. The next time someone disrespects you and you feel the fire rising, breathe, smile, walk away. Not because you're weak, but because you're not ruled by something as fragile as ego anymore. Remember, your worth is not a debate. You don't need to react to prove it. You don't need to speak to protect it. You just need to live it with calmness, with clarity, and with quiet confidence. When you let go of ego, something beautiful happens. You stop chasing validation. You stop reacting to noise. You stop proving your worth. And for the first time in your life, you feel light. You feel free. You feel unshakable. Because peace doesn't live in the loud. It lives in the still, in the calm, in the quiet heart that no longer needs to win every argument. That's the kind of strength most people never find. But you just did. Now choose it. Not once, not twice, but every day. Because the less you need to react, the more power you truly have, and the less ego you carry, the more peace you will feel forever. Now you know the truth. You don't need to react to everything. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to prove your worth to people who never saw it in the first place. You don't need to carry the noise, the drama, the pain, just because the world throws it at you. You are more than your reactions. You are more than your anger. You are more than the storms that come and go. You are calm, you are deep, you are steady, and now you are free. From this moment forward, may you never lose your peace again. Not for anything, not for anyone. May your silence become your strength. May your calmness become your confidence. May your wisdom become your way of life. And whenever the world tries to pull you into chaos, pause, breathe, remember who you are. You don't belong in the noise. You were born for something greater. Peace, purpose, and quiet power. So stay still, stay true, and keep rising silently, because sometimes the loudest thing you can ever say is nothing at all. Thank you for watching. I'm proud of you. And from my heart to yours, may God bless you with strength, with peace, and with a life that no reaction can destroy. Take care of your mind. Protect your soul. And never forget, you are not weak for staying calm. You are powerful beyond words. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent, stay strong.